is my class to go for the month of May. It's a Sweet Songbirds. The Sweet Songbirds is a bundle. So it's the stamp set and then a coordinating punch. And these little birdies, oh my gosh, they're so cute. I just love them so much. And so this is the supply kit. So if you order this from me, you get a pre-cut cardstock kit to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. This will be one of them. You're also going to get a few sheets of our new host paper, which is so pretty. And you're probably thinking, how does this work with birds? Well, I'm going to show you. And then here's the back sides. So you get a little bit of that, and then you're going to get a half a pack of our Brights stack. So this totally goes with birds, and the cards that I did with these papers, so cute, if I do say so myself. Then you're going to get a half a roll of the Daffodil Roost ribbon, a half a roll of the Pool Party ribbon, a half a pack of the glossy dots, and then a half a pack of the flowers adhesive. They might be called gems. I can't remember because I had to cut that off to make it a half. So that's what you'll get in your kit. And that is $45. And if you want to add the bundle, it'll bump the price up to $92. So just keep that in mind. The links to order that are in the description of this video. All right. So I have some pieces of cardstock here already done and some DSP. So here are the 2 patterns of that host DSP that I have chosen to use. Actually, and I have a third one because that's going to be for my envelope flap. Your kit will also include this little die cut banner, 2 of them, because you'll be making 2 of this same card. And then I have tied myself a little bow using that Pool Party ribbon. Okay, and then we have some scraps. So for this card, this is what I've done. This is our thick white cardstock, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, your standard size card. And I slid it into my trimmer here, and I scored that at 2 3/4 inches. And then, of course, I folded that. And now you can be very precise with math and figure out where to score this again. But I don't like to do that. It's too hard because sometimes you just don't get it right. So I go ahead and fold this over, and then I just have these 2 ends butt together. Okay, so that's the card base. We'll do something on the inside. And then I have 2 pieces of the pattern paper. This is the host stuff. It's called the Daydream. Oh, good Lord. Of course, I can't remember what it's called. It's Daydream something. I can't remember what. Okay, so this measures 2 5/8 by 5 3/8. And then this little guy measures 1 3/8 by 5 3/8. Yep, so they're both 5 3/8, and then this is 1 3/8, and then this one was 2 5/8. And then this goes like this. Design a Daydream. Thank you, Christine. Okay, so I'm going to add both of these pieces to the front panels. And so I'll just get my seal out here. And we will do that. Whoops. I got a little carried away there. And we'll add some adhesive to the back of this. Did it again. Okay, and so now these are going to fit on here pretty well. There's not going to be a whole lot of border. Whoops, come back here. Of course, when you don't want it to stick, it sticks. There, I think that's going to work. And then this side here, we will do the same thing and add this layer. Just like so. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just saw on Instagram that season 2 of Only Murders in the Building is going to be out on June 28th on Hulu. You're welcome. Okay, so these are the 2 patterns that I chose for the front. It's just like, it's a little bit of fun fold card, not completely fun fold, but a little bit. All right, so then we have our scrap white here, and I am going to bring in my chosen colors. So I have chosen, of course, colors out of the pattern paper. So I've got some Blackberry Bliss and some Daffodil Delight, and then some black. And I've got the small chick and his belly and a wing and a beak and the flower and some eyeballs. But I don't know if I'm going to use the beak or not. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so I am going to ink up this cute little, I guess it's kind of like a chickadee or something. Is that right? Is that what this is? But hold on. Before I do that, I'm going to take a piece of tape and just try to, if there's any fuzz on my stamp, I want to get it off because I don't want it to be, you know, get it in my ink and then get it on my paper. And I do see a little bit of fuzz there. So that was probably a good idea. Okay, so I need to bring in a scratch paper because I do want to not have this super dark, like not full on Blackberry Bliss, but like a little bit less Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to ink it up. Get it to where it's pretty inky and then stamp it off. Whoops, we're going to do that again. I did not, I didn't get a nice off on that. Huff on it, and then I'm going to stamp it again. Okay. And then our little wing, I'm going to do the same thing. Ink it up, bring my scratch paper back in, and whoa, did you guys see that? Only Murders in the I know, Katie, I can hardly wait. That was literally the funniest show I've ever seen. Steve Martin and Martin Short. Oh my gosh, they're hilarious. Okay, so then we've got some daffodil. Oh, I can put my piece of tape away. Got some daffodil here, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it on his belly. I think that looks good. So let me do a little thinking here so I can line this up. And I can see through the stamp, so I can see where it needs to go to color in his belly. That looks good. Then for the eyeballs, I'm going to use black. And these are the, I guess these are the open eyes. There we go. And then finally for his beak, I'm still not exactly sure what I'm going to do about that. So now this particular little chick or little chickadee or whatever does not get punched out with the punch. The bigger one does. So this one I am going to fussy cut, but I will punch out his wing. So there's his wing. And then I'm going to crop this or cut this out with scissors. But let me put this ink away before I, you know, make a mess. And I don't need this pad. Okay, and I have found that it's not horribly difficult to punch this out. And now if you don't want to do this, you could absolutely, if you're taking the class, you could absolutely, you know, make the bird bigger and use the punch. There we go. So he is cut out, and then we can go ahead and add his wing. And just to give it a tiny bit of dimension, I am going to use a glue dot rather than like a dimensional or something. I don't want a ton of dimension, but a glue dot is going to bump it up just a bit. Okay, so there he is in his cuteness with his plain beak, because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. All right, I'm trying to find, here it is. Here's my little banner, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the blackberry. All right, so I'm going to put my little friend right here, and so then I'm going to put my sentiment on that side, and I need to figure out what I want to do. I think I'm going to say a little birdie told me. And I'm going to use my tape to just get off any fuzz that might be on there. And gently ink it up so I don't make a mess. And then I think I'm just going to stamp it kind of in the center of the label. There. Bring the card back in, and then he's going to kind of sit on this side. So I'm going to add adhesive just right here. Oops, I've got a little bit of a glue booger there. That's attractive. And so he's going to sit. I need to scooch this down so I can make sure he's on here straight. At least I hope he is. So he's going to sit like that, so then it'll open up, and then, you know, he'll still be on there in his cuteness. All right, so then I did tell you that I had a bow. So here's my little bow that I did do out of the Pool Party ribbon. And I need a glue dot right here in front of me. And I feel like that even though these glue dots are ginormous, that this bow is a little bit bigger and it should work fine. Okay, so I'm going to set this right at the bottom of this label, right there. There we go. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to add some of these adorable little flowers. So I was messing around with them earlier to see what kind of a placement I wanted with them. And so that's why I've got them on this other little sheet here. And so we're just going to go ahead and stick a couple up here. And then the last one we'll just do here. I just love that look of threes all over the place. So that's super cute. And now we're going to open it up and we're going to do something on the inside. I'm going to try to stamp this little piece of wood in the daffodil and then maybe try to stamp a sentiment on it. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, I can deal with that. And then this little sentiment in here that says, it's your special day. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to mask this off. So I'm going to stamp it's your at the top of the wood and then special day at the bottom. So in order to do that, I am going to mask off, or you know what? I bet I don't even need to. I bet I might be talented enough. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to say that, and then I'm not going to be talented enough at all. But I'm going to try to get just the it's your in the blackberry here without getting the S on special. I feel like I did. Okay, so I'm going to stamp. Oh no, but I have that. Hold on, I got to get my chamois. I got the edge of my block in the ink, and I just have a bad feeling that I'm going to touch down and make a mess with that. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the it's your right here. And if this screws up, then we just may punch out a bird and stick it over this mess that we're making. So I'm going to clean that off, and I'm going to dry it. We'll spank it to get it dry. And then we're going to try to do the special day without getting the it's your. Oh, I think we might have done it, and we also didn't get ink everywhere else. Oh my gosh, this might actually work. Special day. Ha! Look at that! Okay, that's cute. But then I kind of feel like we have to have a bird down here. So let me bring in my scratch paper, because this bird is pretty dark. This Blackberry Bliss is a pretty dark color, and so I don't want to have too much, have it be too dark in here. Where's my wing? Stamp a little wing there, and we'll do his body again out of yellow. And there that is. And then the eyeballs will be our final thing here. All right, so there is our card. So cute. And then I'm going to quickly do my envelope here. So just add some glue and then place your piece of paper on it. And then we're going to trim around and get all this excess off. And there's the envelope. So there we go. It's a little bit of a fun fold. So that is actually one of the cards that is in my Sweet Songbirds class.